Alrighty, guys, welcome back to the 5-9 Gaming Podcast for podcast episode. I honestly don't even. Is it episode 47? Episode 47 or 48, one of the two. We're basically the Evolution Blue.
47.
Okay, 47. Evolution Blue podcast, right? Evolution versus Fusion. That's pretty much the main topic going on right now. We do got all this good stuff, a lot of good topics. Or honestly, the topics are just. It's pretty much just the Evolution Blue showcase right now, right? It's just everyone's just pretty much talking about that. We got no new 1% units and stuff like that. So, that being said, we're going to immediately go ahead and segue into the first topic, basically talking about the banner, right? So, I honestly, for me personally, I think the banner is all right. I don't think it's the best at all, but for the most part, it's decent, right? Like, how do you guys feel about it? Like, specifically Swift, how do you guys feel about this this banner right here that we got going on?
I mean, overall, it's nothing too crazy. I do think Evolution Vegeta is really good. And I've been hearing a lot of good things about the EX Jiren. Mm-hmm. And I guess there is kind of you have a small chance of pulling TOP 17, TOP 18. Obviously, Angel Vegeta's on the banner, who's, that's never a bad unit to pull. I mean, there's some decent value here, but really it just depends. It comes down to, do you want to chase this LF unit or not? Like, if you want to chase him and try to get some copies, then I think it's worth it. But if you already have like a decently high star Gogeta Blue or even God Vegeta, then, it's possible you might end up skipping this. So, I mean, there is some value there, but it's not like some crazy value step-up banner or anything like that. What do you guys think?
Can we stop having one LF step-up banners, please? Thank you. I feel like the one LF step-up banner thing is a thing that they've continuously been doing for some reason. Well, it has to be working for them to do it, but it's just like, that's boring. Like, it's boring only chasing an LF, bro. What about the 1% unit? And I'm glad that they released EX Jiren, because he's actually a pretty phenomenal. Like, he's top 2 EX in the game, only behind Goku.
Oh, yeah.
But he's still very, very, very good, right?
Yep.
But at the same time,
yeah,
the rates for him aren't exactly great, if I'd say that. But I think the banner is alright. The format is way better than the previous formats. The free step is back. I think all good joys about the free step, but the 2 times rate step is never gonna come back, I'm pretty sure, because that would just make them lose even more money. But the free step is back. I like that, but I really wish that. Well, I wouldn't say I wish that, but I like that they, the second step had like 10 units or something like that. That'd be pretty fire, honestly. But I'd say the format is alright. I like it, but I don't like the fact that it's a 1 LF step up.
I agree.
Yeah. That's
also, even more importantly, can we finally remove Beerus from banners, please?
Bro.
I pulled that guy 7 times.
Did you really?
Yes.
All right, how
Oh
much
my
CC?
gosh.
How much CC were you into it?
23.2, basically until the pity for the LF Juice Power 600 one.
Oh my
And I
god.
pulled Beerus 7 times.
7
That's
times?
crazy.
He was 11.
Noctis,
Now he's
that's a good
14.
point, man. Like, we need to stop seeing so many of these older LFs on these banners, especially so they drop Evolution Vegeta. They know everybody wants him. And then they put him side by side next to all these other older LF units. So it's like, oh, Broly animation. Oh, never mind, Beerus. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're just trolling you.
I'd say though the LF filler for this banner is way better than the previous type of banners.
I like Gogeta Blue. I like Gogeta Blue.
UI, Mad Vegeta. The only 2 ones that I'd say are bad are LF Vegeta and Beerus, but the other 4 in that banner are all pretty good units, I'd say. So I like that.
I'll agree with that.
Yep. 100%. What do
I
you
mean,
think
the
about
others
it?
can at least Zenkai.
Yeah. But
What do I think?
yeah.
The only thing I guess about the banner I thought was a little weird that it took a little bit to get to like 10 multi. Like you have to get to step 4 to get like 10 units. That was a little, I don't know, weird to me. I don't know if that's been the staple for a while, but I thought that was a little weird. But I lucked out with VG and I pulled him on a ticket randomly, so I'll take that. So I didn't have to go too hard on the banner.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really my only complaint.
You're about to get destroyed in the chat for that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude, the raid was messing me up. Like I was using the green LF Vegeta, and it was rough, dude. It was like I could not take Tobo down. But once I got on the ticket, it wasn't so bad.
Yeah, honestly, we'll definitely go into the raid a little bit more later too. But overall, the banner, it's pretty. I think I'm mostly just upset about the lack of 1% units, like how ZVG had said. But I am happy that they did bring the free step as well. I also did pull Beerus a single time, so I feel your pain to like one like fifth of what you have knocked out, or like 1/7, because you pulled 7 damn copies of this man.
Yup.
But either way, yeah, they should just remove this guy permanently from all banners.
Azdeek, you're muted.
No
you're
way.
Muted, bro.
Are
They
you
say
for
you're
real?
muted on the stream. Yeah, they say you're
you're-
muted.
Your output to the stream is muted.
Oh jeez. All
You
right, hold on.
can't.
I just
Let's
noticed.
see. Well, that's unfortunate. Hold on. Let me just fix this real quick. And in the
It's all
meantime-
good. While we're having some technical difficulties, why don't we talk about how crazy this Vegeta is? ZVG, go ahead.
All right, so for all the Gogeta Blue Corpers out there, I think it's time we all agree that Vegeta is better. I think when the first day he dropped, he wasn't too exciting to me at all. Second
Yeah.
day with that one, I fought a lot more, and I was like, damn, this guy's good. Like, he has good damage. He's better defensively than Gogeta. I mean, he has the 50% cover cut, damage reduced, I should say, and 70% on cover cut if you pop the green card. He has higher defenses. He has more damage than Gogeta. I think that's pretty apparent now. Like, his damage is just incredibly good. He has time neutral special move. He has that anti-revival mechanic, which makes him like almost essential against hybrids if you have him. I mean, like, if you kill Revival Gohan, bro, like, anyone on that team is getting these hands. You know what I'm saying? FSK, Future Gohan, all of them are gonna get the hands. A powerful ultimate. Green card is fantastic. And overall, he just good. If he had card draw speed, bro, I think he'd be on Revival Gohan's level, honestly, for being real. Like, if he had card
Bro, it
draw
almost
speed,
feels like he has card draw speed.
Yeah, it feels like he has,
it
but he
almost
doesn't.
does.
like, just imagine if he actually had it, or like built-in card draw speed. Right?
Yeah.
But I think he's very good. I think moving forward, once Gaki starts to move away from Vados, hopefully does Toshi watching this, please start moving away from Vados. But once that happens, I feel like a lot of people are gonna realize just how powerful this guy is, because I feel like this guy is better than Gogeta Blue. Honestly, it's just there's no way I can say in good conscience, even though I love Gogeta Blue, I love his green card and everything. There's no way in good conscience I can just say that this guy isn't better, but like, he just does more damage, more defense. His utility is superior, even though Gogeta Blue does have the nullified cover change. This guy has the anti-revival, the special move, type neutral, amazing green card, and yeah, he's just phenomenal, I'd say, honestly. So I feel like once Vados starts getting moved off of Gaki, I think he's gonna be the main yellow for Gaki. But that's not to say that Gogeta Blue or Vegeta aren't, usable on Gaki. Just that if you have them both at relatively high stars, there's no reason to chase this guy at all. Because even though he's better than Gogeta Blue, it's not by some huge margin to where like, oh my god, I'm missing out on this, missing out on that. It's not like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say it's
for
good.
sure. I agree. And one thing I think that's cool about him is so Gogeta Blue has like the immunity to cover change 3 times or whatever. And this Vegeta actually does have that built into his kit, but I think it's only after he pops his main ability or something like that. So he still has it,
for 10
but
counts.
it's slightly like not as good as Gogeta Blue's immunity. But
Yeah.
dude, his damage is insane. Like I agree with what you said. Like the first day he came out, I kind of underestimated him. I was like, okay, this is probably a skip for me. And then the more that I play him in PvP, the more I see his damage output is incredibly good. He draws a card on his green. He draws a card when the enemy swaps out. So he almost has like pseudo card draw speed. Super good damage, decent defense, especially like if you're somebody that can, get this guy 7, 8, 9 stars, he's gonna be really, really good on God Key, on USS. I've even seen people run him on Saiyans. I think he is very, very good. But, like ZVG said, it's not like he's on a completely different level than Gogeta Blue. Like, if you have a 7-star Gogeta Blue, I wouldn't stress it if you don't pull this guy. So overall, definitely a very good unit. I'm actually pretty happy that Legends made this guy good because he deserves it. This is a character that deserves this, so I'm happy for it for sure.
Yeah.
I just wish he wasn't yellow.
I agree.
Same.
I agree.
Same.
But yeah, I also myself, big GB fanboy, having him 9 stars. I sadly have to say that if you have them even stars, Veggie is way more consistent. But yeah, if you are in my like footstands with the 9-star GB, don't chase him. If you have GB at like 6+, don't chase this guy. You don't need him, but he will be better at the same stars. But it's not worth it to chase.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree. I honestly, I really do wish that I pulled him. Even though I would only have him capped out at 2 stars though, because after pulling him just at 1 copy of him, I would probably just end it off right there. But I didn't have Gogeta Blue at all. I still don't have Gogeta Blue. And so just, I really do wish that I would have just had one of them, right? I summoned because I was just like, dude,
you're still muted.
Dude, are you serious?
You're still muted. You're still muted.
Azdeek, check your OBS. Check your OBS settings. Make sure everything's good.
Come, let me see.
Twink said, "Where's Iron at?" Iron,
What happened?
you alive, bro?
Yeah, bro. No, I was gonna ask
Okay.
you guys, do you think Vegeta is viable at like lower stars or nah?
Yeah, he is. He's
He is?
definitely. He's
Yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
He's one of those lists where like he feels good at 2. I think because I fought 2 stars and he's been putting in the work.
I think at lower stars, he's still gonna have good damage output. He just won't have that tankiness. And then as you
Even-
get him higher
yeah.
stars, he just like he'll slowly get tankier, and then obviously his damage will get better as well.
I genuinely think that Vegeta's defense is bugged. There's no way. For someone who can have 50% damage reduction, bro, he just feels like glass. Like I haven't seen a Vegeta tank ever. Like I haven't seen him tank to the point where I'm like, damn, bro, like he got the flawless defense that you were talking about, you know? So it's like I really think that there's something wrong with the defense because he should be tanking, but he just does not on cover, yeah, with the 70%. But even off cover with the 50%, he should be able to like tank like decently well, but he just can't, but like he just gets obliterated from what I've seen.
Yeah.
But he's still defensively one of the better LFs in the game. I mean, I think only like probably like Gogeta is probably like a little bit more defensive than him probably. But defensively, he's alright for the left. But compared to the other top units in the game, like the Zenkas and stuff, I just think that he's just not there defensively.
But yeah, on low stars, the Vegeta is way better than Gogeta Blue, for example, if that answers your question. Like, if you have them
Yeah.
both at 2, you will have way more fun using the Vegeta, and he will dish out way more damage.
Oh yeah, for sure. And not to mention, like, I don't want to turn this into like a full kit breakdown, but if you look into his kit, he has abilities to nullify endurance. He has abilities where he gets buffs against revival units, or he reduces enemy Dragon Balls and he goes type neutral, which is really good. And you consider the meta that we're in, almost every other game is Revival Gohan and Future Gohan. This guy basically directly counters endurance and revival units. So I mean, I feel like the Legends developers, when they were making this unit, they kind of realized what kind of meta we were in and what we needed to see from this guy. So they definitely put some really good things into his kit, I think.
Yeah, it makes sense because once you said the anti-revival thing, then you knew that, you know, they designed this guy to be, you know, the best counter to region, to hybrids and movies.
Yeah.
Once they bring that Gohan, if they let that Gohan die, FSK is like mincemeat. If we're being really, if Vegeta gets him in a combo, like he's not afraid of anything, right? Because he has a type neutral and they use Dragon Balls too, so I think that's pretty good.
Oh no,
But,
yeah, it's very, very good.
Yeah,
I don't really play hybrids too much, but I do have that Super Saiyan team where I have 2 hybrids on the team, and I noticed when I'm running that team and I run into this Vegeta, I'm like legit nervous because he's either gonna trigger the revival and I lose a couple Dragon Balls, or I have to watch out for him nullifying Future Gohan's endurance. So I mean, I think he really applies pressure to hybrids, which is good.
I think one of the most underrated things about him is his type neutral special move. Because it being type neutral means that you can just chuck it out there and not be scared of anybody switching in. you know, because anyone
It's
who comes
really
in
damn
is
good.
going to take damage. It's going to take
Thanks to
damage.
that, I literally won a 1v1 versus FSK, which had like over
Nice.
1 mil HP because of the blue card.
Nice. Because
Besides that blue card, boom, he died.
I think it's better than Rose's because this guy has more damage, so the difference is gonna be noticeable. Well, once you pop that blue card, right? So
And he almost has that Vados effect on that blue card where he seals. Oh no, he seals enemy blast cards, not strikes. But still, that's pretty good. Like you said, type neutral's good, and then you're sealing some cards. That's a very good blue card.
Yeah.
Wow. But yeah,
Sealing a
overall, I
blast
think.
is also really annoying, by the way.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Sealing a blast card is
Oh,
really
yeah.
annoying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially against like blast-based teams like Sun Family and like Saints and stuff. That's pretty good.
I'm curious how they'll incorporate like revival mechanics in the future, like how this guy takes some Dragon Balls away. Like since they started with this Vegeta, are they gonna make it LF exclusive, or will they start making regular Sparkings have some kind of counter to revival units? Either way, I'm down to see how they have some kind of counter to revival, because so far there has been no counter besides this Vegeta.
Yeah,
think,
this is some of the first buffs we've seen besides Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and now this Vegeta. So we're starting to see these kind of anti-revival buffs, and I'm a fan of that for sure.
I notice how all of them have something to do with Dragon Balls. I think another way of wanting us to counter revival is the fact that they want us to rush the revival unit, and then either we're gonna reduce their rush, or we're gonna increase our chances for a second rush. Because the Gogeta increases your chances for a second rush because he gains 2 Dragon Balls, while Vegeta, he takes away 2 Dragon Balls. So if you rush the revival unit, somebody's rush is getting affected. So I think that's their whole game plan on countering revival, is making us want to rush the revival unit, want to get them out the way to get these extra buffs. And I'm fine with that, I think.
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense. Now, we already kind of covered, like, him compared to Gogeta Blue. Now, what do you guys think? I know USS isn't really, like, an official team right now, but maybe one day, and, when we get there, do you think this guy is going to replace TOP-17? That's actually kind of a tough argument, because I think TOP-17 is very good. And I also think this Vegeta is very good too. So I'm kind of curious to see what your guys' thoughts are on that.
I think you won. I think TOP-17 is just too oppressive in the neutral aspect of the game. He has a lock-in blue card, which makes it just puts fear, because he can just snipe you, right?
Yeah.
Once you're below a certain HP, he can just snipe you with the blue card. And also, he has a strike coverage change. He seals your main ability. He destroys your cards. That green card is basically there for your rush. You come in, pop the green card, boom, somebody's dead. You have to worry about no cover change, nothing at all. They're just gonna die because they cannot swap, they can't do anything. I saw Prof the other day, and as soon as Prof was about to swap into future Gohan, he just popped the green card, boom, just killed Purple Gohan easily. So I think if this guy's at the Red Star level, I think he's gonna be the definitive yellow for Universe Survival Saga, but just a perfectly viable option. I mean, he have more damage, he have the entry revival, so I think against hybrids and movies, you probably want to bring in Vegeta, but against everybody else, you probably want to bring in TOP-17. And the good thing about it is they're both on the team, right? Because you can have a full color wheel with both of them on it, I'm pretty sure. So against hybrids and movies, you bring Vegeta. Against everything else, you bring TOP-17, and I think that's a good balance. But I think TOP-17 is the better unit. Once he reaches to like Red Star level, or like the 10 stars and stuff, I think that's where he really starts to shine.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. You brought up a good point about how like each unit kind of shines against different teams. I really agree with that. And yeah, you probably can still run a full color wheel and just have double yellow, and depending who you're facing, you have a double yellow option that's probably pretty lethal in the right situation. So
Yeah, that's true. But here we are again. Why is he yellow, right?
Exactly. Dude, if
He always
wasn't
goes
yellow,
back
I
into the
think-
circle, dude.
I think he'd be very good, honestly, if he wasn't yellow, but I can't really. I think that bothers me towards the fact that Killer Khalifa are also going to be yellow. So
Yeah,
I'm just in love with the color yellow at this point. It's like, why do they have 3 yellow options for Universe Survival Saga, bro? That makes no sense, but I guess they must know what they're doing, bro. But I doubt it because it makes no sense as to why a yellow comes out, then another yellow is gonna come out like a month later. There's no point.
No, it makes no sense at all. The only thing I can think of is they're trying to help counter Revival Gohan, but what they don't realize is like that's not how you do it. Like you can't just drop a bunch of yellow units and be like, okay, here you go counter Revival Gohan. Like, bro, he's on a team with FSK Gohan. Like you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't do that.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's ways to approach it. I kind of see what they're doing, but at the same time, it doesn't make sense. So I don't know. But I guess overall, in conclusion, I do think Vegeta's very good. The question of, I see a lot of people in the community asking, what's the best yellow unit for God Key? And it probably is this Vegeta, especially, if you can get him decent stars, it probably is this Vegeta.
But
kind of like,
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And kind of like we've been saying, like, just don't stress over getting him, though. If you already have Gogeta Blue, or even if you have a Zenkai God Vegeta, I wouldn't stress, chasing this guy too much. But, if you want to go for him, go for him. And he's definitely a very good unit. Now, we did have another unit on this banner, the EX Jiren. What are your guys' thoughts on him? Ironcane?
Yeah, this kid is pretty insane. I'm looking at it, like his defensive capabilities, like the fact that he nullifies unfavorable elements. Like, is that the first for an EX, or am I crazy?
Yeah, it's the first for EX.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. Like, I don't know if he's out here taking rushes or anything like that, maybe at like higher stars, but he provides support for team members, and his damage is pretty nice because he has buffs on his unique abilities. I think he's a very solid EX unit, and it's nice that they're bringing out more of these solid EXs besides people like Goku.
I really hope that in the future they make EXs of this level. Like, do not dip below Judy. The next EX that comes out cannot be worse than Jin, bro. If they are, I'm gonna have to fight Toshi's boss or fight Toshi himself. Because this is actually a very good thing for the game. I think if they just increase the EX rate, I think it'd be phenomenal. But this guy, I wrote his analysis on Game Press yesterday, and he's basically anti-meta. Because 80% of the meta right now is either God Key or Sun Family. There's no in between, bro. Like, you have the Element and the Region, but they're mostly gonna be Sun Family and God Key when it's in the current meta. And I think he does phenomenal against those units. He'll have 150% damage against them, bro. Like, for an EX, that's pretty crazy. One thing about him is he's very powerful in neutral, because his blast armor effect is similar to Purple Cooler, or Purple Cooler, to the point where, like, if you blast armor somebody and you catch up in a combo, he's getting 40% damage just for that. He's getting 40% damage just for abusing the blast armor, because he gets 20% to total damage inflicted, and he also gets 20% to allied tag Rav Universe and Universe Vive Saga. So once he goes through that blast and he catches you, that's extra 40%. So that's quite a lot, if you ask me. And his cover change is great to reduce enemy key, attack neutral. What else? What else does he have?
He restores health by 5% every time he enters the battlefield, which is also pretty good.
And also his green card just heals him too. So that's his kit's phenomenal. The only thing about his kit that's kind of like is his main ability, because he really does nothing, right? He really does nothing in the grand scheme of things. But everything else about his kit is great. I love it. I love the fact that they're making EXs good with these phenomenal kits. I love how EXs are getting these 90% damage multipliers for no reason now. I like that. But
dude, he's got like an LF kit, I swear.
Yeah, he does. He has an LF kit, but he's an EX. And speaking of
his
EX,
unique abilities, literally LF.
The one thing about him is that his stats are kind of low, if I'm being real, but I mean, that's with the EX. But if you pull him, we have the raid out right now. You can grant the EX power for him. Because that's what I'm going to do, because I don't have Goku, so this guy getting all my Z power, bro. So, yeah. I think this guy is very, very good. And once Universe Battle Saga becomes like a real team, then I think he'll show up somewhere in the meta.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, I'm like excited to see this guy at 14 stars just to see how he performs. Because, I mean, like, you look at the beginning of his uniques, 40% damage inflicted to Sun Family or God Key. And hybrids is mostly Sun Family, like FSK Gohan, both of the, Future Gohan, Revival Gohan. That's all technically Sun Family. So he's getting all this boosted damage to hybrids. and God Key too, which is good. There is a lot of God Key running around, and yeah, he's just got a lot of damage buffs, man. It's crazy. I've fought a couple of these guys, and they were pretty low stars. I think I fought like a 2-star, 3-star Jiren, and he was performing pretty well. So, like I said, I'm pretty excited to see him at 14 just to see what he can do.
Are you
I
guys
think,
happy with his color?
Yeah, it's fine.
He's
It's fine. I'd say it's fine.
Yeah, it's
I
fine.
think I think he has some competition with Topo, but I think on Universe Rival Saga he's the best blue for that team because he actually buffs the team with the ability. While at Rival Universe, I go with Topo because Topo has things that Rival Universe lacks, like the tanking, the healing, the endurance. That's pretty good. But I think on Rival Universe, I think this guy. I mean, on Universe Rival Saga, I think that this guy is the best blue for it. Once he's higher start, of course.
Yeah,
also he
I
has
agree.
blast armor on his strike attack. Don't forget
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, also his blue. Dude, his blue makes no sense. Like, he comes to the battlefield and he gets 40% damage to his blue card. For what? For no reason, bro. Like, there's no reason to give him 40% on his blue card, dude. And it debuffs him too. Or I think it's 3% to strike damage or something, bro. Like, it's just, it's dumb. It's dumb, but I like it.
Yeah, 30%
Jiren,
of
bro.
damage received.
Yeah, it's so dumb. Like, he just has all this blast armor, so in neutral, like, you're gonna be scared to blast this guy, because if you blast him, one, you're giving him 40% damage, and two, you're buffing his team because he gives support too. He has support for no, dude. He just has everything. Honestly, he just has everything.
Do you guys see
And he
this
can
as a
heal on this
trend?
green card.
I hope
And
so.
get healed.
I hope future
Nah.
EX units are like
I don't see that as
this.
a trend, because we only have 2 out of the 100 EXs in the game right now. So it's not a trend yet, but hopefully moving forward, it is a trend. Hopefully.
Yeah, I really hope so.
I feel like when they bring out a good EX, they kind of like chill out for a little bit. Like when they bring out a unit like this, but hopefully, like you guys are saying, they continue to pump more out.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about how rare EX units are, like they really should be this good. Like it's like most of the time it's harder to pull an EX than it is a LF. So it's kind of nice that they're making like Gokua and this Jiren so good, because it's like, you finally get that lucky summon, you finally pull the EX unit, and you can actually use them in battle now. So I think that's very cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. I honestly hope that this is the standard going forward, because this guy is just definitely a menace to society. We need more of him.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you guys hear Azdeek now?
Yeah, he's good.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Oh sweet, for real? All right,
Yeah,
man.
you're good.
But yeah, so that's pretty much Jiren right there in a nutshell. Jiren is honestly like he's up there. I've honestly even seen, like, I know ZWG, you already had said that he's right behind Gokua, but I've even heard people make the arguments that once we get a fully fleshed out USS team, that this guy might actually surpass Gokua. What do you
But
what do you guys think about
that's in the.
I think
That depends on Dibs actually releasing good support for the team. Like,
I think that
we all
almost
know how that can go.
Yeah.
that almost depends on the meta. Like, I feel like, because Gokua, I mean, Gokua's good regardless, but I think he really shines against hybrids. So, like, as we continue going forward, maybe a couple months down the line, we don't see as many hybrids, and maybe Jiren starts shining a little bit more.
Jiren has like a wider play field
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
comparison to Goku.
Yeah, for sure. Because he targets God Key and Sun Family with that bonus damage. So I
Exactly.
feel like
Exactly.
his kit could almost last longer. But for now, I think Gokua takes the crown just because there's so many hybrids, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And Goku's a TF, so his stats are tremendous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
transforming,
true.
So,
That too.
yeah.
All right. So, that being said, that's pretty much all we got right here on EX Jiren. Moving on to the next topic we got is basically the raid. So we got the
Oh,
raid,
God.
we got another raid, and of course,
Boring.
well, who better to go ahead and talk about the raid than Noctis? How many times, I gotta know before we get into this, how many times did you actually do this raid so far?
I just completed the left side and ditched because this raid is as bad as the Freezer raid. This time around, I had the featured unit or the boosted unit, speaking of Vegeta, but oh boy, if you don't have him, you have to bring UI, and it's not fun.
I think I think they need to really stop with this whole raid having the new LF nonsense. I think it's really dumb. And until they change it, but I won't advocate for the raid. It's just so dumb. It's so stupid to why I have to suffer just because I didn't pull the new unit, bro. Are you giving me enough CC to pull the unit? No, you're not. So don't force me to get him to actually do the raid in the record time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so dumb.
I mean, even the worst thing is that the other units like UI and Caulifla, they don't get the Dragon Ball increasement. So most of the time, if you are both not having, for this example, the Vegeta, you probably have to break the second shield if things go awful. And you don't really want to perfect your rush, because if you get gassed, guess what? Back to the farming the Dragon Balls, even more shield breaks, everything is awful, and then you get 1 coin drop. Nice. Amazing.
Yeah, that's
the
story of raid.
They need to increase the Dragon Ball chance for all the featured characters. Like, okay, have the +1 medal, but make it quicker for the other featured characters as well. That's like the Freezer raid was awful. This raid is again awful. Make it like the Broly raid where everyone has like access to the unit, but those raids are just trash.
I think raids in general are pretty dumb. I heard Prof rant about it and mentioned it's just you going into it, beating it as fast as hell and getting out. There is no fun in it. There's no joy. There's just you beating the boss, getting the rewards, this and that. It's just not fun. It's a glorified co-op, and we need something new. That they're just spamming raids down our throats, and it's just getting old at this point. If we're being me, but the free stuff is nice. I will say I won't disagree with the free stuff, but just the mode itself is just ass.
Yeah, it's just a glorified co-op at the end of the day. But I'm all for the 1000 CC and the slot removers. I'll take that. I mean, dude, if they had a raid every single week, as boring as that would be, it would be such good rewards. You know what I mean? Like, so there's pros and cons to it, I guess.
I mean, if it's not annoying and really fast, like for example the Broly raid, I'm all for it, but if it's really annoying when you only have the second best unit and it still takes like forever and you can get unlucky, it takes like 5 times longer than it should be, then it's just annoying for no reason.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. What you guys are saying about the drop rates, where you almost have to have the new Vegeta if you want to get the boosted drop rates. I agree. I mean, I know it's a gacha game, but it's like, come on, man. Like that's, I don't know. It just feels kind of scummy in my opinion. But other than that, you know, I'm cool with the rewards and stuff like that. 1000 free CC, I'm always down for that. But yeah, if you don't have that Vegeta, you basically have to play like 2 times as much, right? Like roughly.
Yeah.
Because you get double the drops with that Vegeta.
What characters are viable if you don't have the Vegeta, you don't have UI Goku, and you don't have the Caulifla?
I think the GOAT mentioned that Purple Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta is better than UI for this raid. The future one. So I don't know, honestly. I don't really care, so I can't tell you.
Yeah, I was thinking. Sure. I've been using UI Goku.
This is like one of the rare opportunities that I get to actually use my Zenkai Caulifla.
Hey, let's go!
Oh my god.
I think one thing that people are kind of upset about is the fact that there's no Hoi Poi back with the raid.
Dude, yes.
And Swift brought up a good point in his stream. What if they allow us to grind Hoi Poi from PvP at reset? That'd be pretty.
I feel like that's what they're waiting for.
That'd be pretty crazy.
Because it was they announced that Hoi Poi was coming back, so it was either going to come back with the raid or PvP is resetting in a couple days. So they might be trying to have some type of PvP season where, you know, maybe you get Hoi Poi drops per match or something like that. I don't know how they're gonna organize it, but I mean that would be really cool.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, even if it was only like 2-3 Hoi Poi per match, that would add up very quickly, especially for people that grind a lot.
Yeah.
Like yourself?
Yeah.
Dude. And you know, speaking on the Hoi Pois, dude, it would be like, even if they didn't give us CC on the Hoi Poi, even if they didn't give us LLZ power, just the resources alone. Like, we've already talked about it on the podcast, like, so much. is that like the lesser version, like just like the lower tier version of the hoi pois, where it's at least giving us erasers, souls, energy, and stuff like that. That should just be a standalone feature.
Exactly. I don't know why it's not permanent. And Rio in the video, so you said that by popular demand. So it's obvious that they know that what we wanted. Just make it permanent, but don't bring it back for special occasions. But we are getting LFZ power from it. I think it's probably gonna be 200, since in the photo that they showed in the video and stuff, it was 200 LFZ powers in it. So if it's only 200, I'd be okay with it. I mean, it's better than 0, you know, but still that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Just to like get your LF to like 3 stars. If you can't put the second copy to get the Z ability, I think that's fine.
No, that's where your Goten Z power went, since they only gave us 500.
Oh, dude, that's true.
Sense.
That's true.
Makes sense.
If you were one of the people that had Goten at like 1 copy away, then now you can actually Zenkai him with this upcoming Z power.
That's me, bro.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, to be honest, if it's 100 Legends Limited multi-Z power, I'd even suggest maybe saving it for an 8-star LF unit, because you'll get them to 9-star if you have that 8-star plus 1 copy. They will be sitting at what, 4-8 or something, and then you can give them 200, and then they will reach the 5k and be 9-star.
Yeah, that too.
It's also a good advice. Instead of getting the 3-star if you don't care about the Z ability. You can get the huge stat increasement with 1 less copy pulled.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the player, because I don't think I own a 9-star
Depends
LF.
on the box. You need like 8-star and 1 copy. That's what you need. I'm pretty sure. I'm just saying, man. Just saying.
Yeah, 100%. I agree though, because that's like the sweet spot right there, right? Generally, like everyone is just that 9-star mark. That's where you want all your units.
Yeah, 8-star plus 1 copy, and you are like 4.8k Z power. Yeah. AK, you need 200 from the event, and boom, 9-star. Sweet spot hit without pulling another copy.
Oh, yeah. That's honestly, that being said, that's pretty much like all the topics. Like, there's not a whole lot going on, which is kind of weird considering that we are in a little bit of a celebration, right, ZBG?
Oh, yeah. Oh, please, Vince. Oh, yes.
Huge
I'm going
thanks.
to be honest later. Well, I'm going to give you guys in the podcast the preview. This has to be the worst celebration Dragon Ball Legends has ever had, bro. Like, I don't know a worse celebration than this, bro. And that's saying something, because Legend celebrations are generally terrible. Like, they're generally bad. Like, probably 1 or 2 are decent, but they're generally terrible compared to like other gachas. But this, for the 50 million celebration, you know what we got? The same thing we got last month when we had no celebration. PvP, a new step-up banner, new units, and that's it. That we've had no new events. We've had literally nothing for the 50 million celebration. Are you kidding me, dude? Whoever organizes, like whoever makes the decisions to like release events and make events and stuff, it's infuriating as a free-to-play player to just go to events and see nothing there. There's no events to grind, no nothing. It's just bland as hell. There is absolutely nothing to do in this so-called 50 million down celebration. Bro, hold on. Let me check the missions right now because I'm in the game.
What do you mean? What do you mean, man? We got the ultimate equipment collection.
I think they give us 200 CC for the missions. Hold on. Let me.
Oh my God.
I even forget that we are in a celebration. Let's be real. I even forget it every day. It's like, oh,
I didn't know either.
We are in a celebration. Oh, hold on.
I mean, dude, it's
50 million.
It's always
50
a
million
celebration.
users worldwide. Campaign missions. 200 CC. 50 million celebration adventures, 200 CC. Are you kidding me? 400 CC. Like, this has to be some joke, bro. Like, I just can't, man. They just continue to impress me every single update, bro. Every single update. It never fails. It's been what, 2-3 weeks now? We've been in this so-called celebration, and I haven't seen 2k CC given out. Dead ass.
I will say, for them to drop an
2k
LF
CC, bro.
unit and not some events alongside with it is kind of weird. Like, usually they at least drop a few events, you know? Like,
There has been nothing, bro. There has been nothing at all. Like, honestly, like,
The event
I'm
is on
this
the
close to
summon
becoming
page,
Nas.
Yep.
Also, are you guys ready for the part 2 step up?
Yep. Oh
The
god.
new event in the summon page, dude.
Yeah, it didn't.
Hell yeah, dude.
It didn't even occur to me that this was like a part 1 and 2 because Goten, like, yeah, it was cool. They dropped him. They
Wait,
took
really what?
it.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I guess people in chat have said that Goten is part 1, and that's right there. And then part 2 is the SSB, but it just feels pretty just.
Damn, there's been 2 parts and no CC given out in those 2 parts. Crazy, right? Crazy. It's a celebration, boy. Celebration. Woo, yay! Yeah.
Did honestly, I'm surprised they didn't even give us the bare minimum of like a Zenkai, like a Zenkai Soul event, right? Like they usually will have like a Zenkai Soul event, like that Gohan came out. I was surprised they didn't give him like a little where we got that like one daily stage where we get some Zenkai Souls and stuff like that. They didn't even give us like something like that. It gave us a little bit of CC. I don't know.
I think it's so bizarre to me how they can see a game like Dokkan and how they do celebrations, giving out hella Dragon Stones, hella events coming out. This and the whole community dragged up, but on the disparity is just so crazy. The difference is so massive. Like I think Legends has to be the worst gacha game of all time when it comes to celebrations because they're always terrible. They're always bad. They're never good. I can't remember a good celebration. I cannot remember a good celebration, but genuinely. I can't. I just can't. It's impossible to remember like a good celebration where they give out hella CC, hella this. The only one I could think about is probably when Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta came out. Like when they got revealed, I think that was like a pretty good one. But other than that, bro, it's been trash. It's been garbage ever since, and it's been 4 years now, almost 4 years now. Like it's gotta stop at some point.
Is it
What would
just
you
me,
like
or
to
did
see?
it almost felt like third anniversary? It started off feeling good, and then like with the whole part 2, that's where it kind of, went
fell down.
downhill. Like I feel like because they were giving out a decent amount of CC at the beginning of the third anniversary, like everything was going smooth, and then the part 2 news came, and then since then it's been kind of dry.
Bro, I'm telling you, if Hoi Poi wasn't in the 30th anniversary, it'd be atrocious. Hoi Poi was a saving grace on the 30th anniversary. I can tell you that right now. Hoi Poi was a saving grace.
Yeah, it's crazy too to think that to this day, people still think Hoi Poi was the best part of third anniversary. And honestly, they could probably put up a good argument for it as well. The 600 LL power, all the good stuff, and it just, especially with how weak part 1 was and how fast those units went by. Like how many of you guys are still like standing by Vegeta Blue, purple Vegeta Blue? How many of you guys are standing by red Kefla? I Shenron, I'll stand by him. I'm gonna go ahead and throw him out there. I still stand by him, but Nova Shenron, he already got replaced. Like it's just, and then it comes down to the LF units, right? Like how many of you guys are using the LF units?
I used to go Geo 4 today. I can tell you right now.
I
he's
use
mid.
Zamasu.
He's mid. Zamasu, I've used Zamasu, and Zamasu is way better.
Yeah,
He is way better.
Zamasu's still very good. There's certain
he's still very
situations Zamasu just dominates.
Once he gets that first skill, he becomes one of the best sweepers in the game.
Oh yeah,
Once
he
he
gets
gets
his
that first
vanish
skill.
back, and he's just a monster. He
Yeah.
gets that
Boy.
vanish restoration going.
Oh yeah,
This
definitely.
has just been terrible, man.
But
It's
at
just
the
been
point
bad.
right now, do they feel like anniversary units? Like it's been like what, 2 months? What do you guys feel about them aging?
I think if I have a Gohan feels more of an anniversary unit than the Zamasu and
Yep.
Gogeta.
Combined,
Gogeta
for sure.
especially. Gogeta,
Oh yeah,
Gogeta, he feels like one, but he feels like one due to the memes about him. He doesn't feel like one because of his, in-game, in-game kid and whatever. He just feels that way because of all the memes about he's a headliner. And yet, Revival Gohan's better, Bojack's better, Goku's better, Zamasu's better. You could argue Pepper Geo Blue's better. It's just not a good look. It's just not a good look at all. And the fact that the whole GT banner got replaced immediately afterwards, that's also not a good look. So just like, yeah, it's just it's not it, man. It's not it. I think it's not it to me.
Yeah, I agree. It just, I don't know. And like, I had to ask too, like, how do you guys feel about Legends right now, like as a whole? Because I don't know if you guys saw this going around on Twitter the other day, but it was like this little graph. Let me see if I can actually pull it up real quick. So
There's a graph.
it was like a
Ooh,
little graph right
interesting.
here Let me just adjust this a little bit, but
Oh, about the game dying?
yeah, so it's
Is
like
that
it was like
Oh, I saw
The
it.
Google search term.
yeah, it was the Google search though. It's a search there, so I'm not too sure how accurate this is.
Accurate.
Overall.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't rely on it.
yeah, I agree. But it feels kind of odd because it looks like I don't know. I definitely do feel like ultimately the game is just basically solely like relying on new characters, right? Like we're not getting like new events. Like yes, I think the QLLs are pretty nice. They usually are pretty good about the QLLs, right? But other than that, it just feels like very, very like how you guys had already touched upon. We're not getting these events. Like people absolutely despise PvE, right? People despise PvE. Like people will go out of their way to not play PvE, even if you dangle something shiny in front of them. I've heard of people from last raid. I know people were suffering through it, but from this raid, I hear people are just straight up skipping it.
Yeah, back off.
Yeah,
But I think with Legends, I think at this point we all know what to expect from it. But even though we know what to expect from it, they still find some way to lower to just make us disappointed. Like I expected the 50-minute celebration to be garbage, but this is just top of the line horrendous. Like this is just worse than
Also,
garbage, bro.
A big issue is they take way too long for the quality of life changes. They announce them and now we have to wait like months to get them, or when do we get them? Like what? They always announce stuff, but we never get it. It's weird.
yep.
We never
It's
get
like the
that.
guild versus guild thing.
Yep.
They announced it like over a year ago and we never got it.
They just-
Will we even get things they announce? Like what?
I know, dude. It just honestly feels like they just keep telling us, hey, like I know things are bad right now, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Just keep waiting.
Yeah, but when? Where is it?
We don't even see the
Yeah,
light,
I
bro.
think
I know, but it's apparently there. Though.
Yeah, supposedly, mythically.
I think the Dragon Ball Legends game loop has been it's dwindling down right now. New unit comes out, some of them PvP, that's it, rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. There's no in between to like go to events. There hasn't been something innovative for a very long time. The last thing that we have innovated was like Hoi Poi, that's it. But everything else has just been the same old, no new rules for PvP, no new system for PvP. The battle change, it's been so long since they had a new battle change. I think you really need another one, and the one that they showed in the video and stuff, I don't think it's enough to warrant, something fresh in the game, So the games, I still enjoy the game, I still like streaming the game, making content for the game and everything else, but if the game is what it is at this point, and if you can't accept that, then you just best either quit or just wait until it somehow magically gets better in the future.
It rides
You know?
heavily on PvP, at least for me. Like I can only speak about myself and just kind of assume what other people think as well. But for me, at least, the game kind of rides on PvP. If I didn't enjoy PvP, I probably wouldn't play this game. But at the end of the day, I love PvP. I have a lot of fun playing PvP, and that's kind of what sticks me to the game. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like PvP is kind of my thing, but I feel like a lot of people are kind of the same way.
Relationship to PvP.
Yep. That's
Speaking of PvP though, I feel like I've kind of been neglecting him. Like I've been grinding it like past couple of days, and I just hit a rank 50, and I noticed that I was in top like 13,000 or something like that already. Normally you have to hit at least, I don't know, 8,000 RP or top 7,000 RP to like be in the top 20 or whatever. But like this time around, I hit rank 50 and I was already like in top 15,000 or something like that, which I found very kind of scary that like no one is really playing PvP right now.
yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Really dry.
I've noticed a big decline in the amount of players. I feel like.
I would 100% agree with that because I feel like even for myself, like I'm casually grinding, right? Meaning like I'm playing like an hour or two a day, and I would say that's still kind of like a lot, at least to some people, right? That's still a lot to some people. 2 hours playing Dragon Ball Legends, like some people are just already like, nah, that ain't me, can't be me. But
Yeah, sure, man.
but
That's a lot.
and I'm like already in the top 1,000 just from that, and it's just like I never really have seasons like that where I'm just like all the way up there or something like that, and it's just kind of weird too because it's just PvP is just in a weird state right now because I know that's like where most of the heart of the game lies, but now you're getting like cheaters and hackers and stuff like that, and it like just really, really like obviously lag has always been an irritating thing and stuff like that, but it does feel like the season is a little bit dry.
I mean, this is what happens when you have like 10 2 times RP seasons back to back to back to back to back to back to back. This is what happens. People get burnt out, and I don't blame people at all for getting burnt out because they just been shoving 2 times RP down our throats, and now that we don't have it anymore, it feels like a chore to get VR50 and stuff. So I don't blame people at all for not playing the game as much.
Yeah, definitely. And it's just
But yeah, that's true. It felt so weird to get to better rank 50 again. It took forever in comparison to the other like 5 seasons where you had 2 times RP. So I understand when people are like, oh my god, this takes way too long to even get better rank 50, and they ditch then. It was kind of awkward to realize how long it takes again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It just, everything just kind of feels like a little weird. And like how you guys already shared the same sentiment as me is just that I still love the game. I think this game is going to survive for a long time just solely because of PvP.
Yep.
Just because of PvP. But at this point, PvP just feels like I feel like I'm at a weird place with PvP right now. Because compared to other gachas, I've kind of like put down or taken breaks from. Like there's gachas like Dokkan that I'm like in and out with. There's gachas like My Hero, The Strongest Hero, where I just completely stopped playing altogether. It just, those didn't have like that thing to keep me coming back consistently every single day, where Legends does have that for me, which lies in PvP. And
Yeah, for sure. And to kind of let's spin this into something positive here. What do you guys think they need to do different? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think they need to do to change, make things better?
Well,
I think having the Sparking Z power like for the Broly as a PvP reward is a nice addition, but of course that's not like gonna carry as well. But I think that's a step in the right direction for me personally.
Dude, imagine if they put like the EX Jiren or like Goku
Yeah.
Z power as that reward, bro. That'd be wild. That'd be wild, bro.
I would love that.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good.
I would love
Another thing
that too.
Another thing too. I think we need some new PP rewards. I think we need some new rules for PP, like some new like no rise and Earth seasons, like so some rules like you can run EX units and whatever else, like something different for PP, bro. Like it's the same team, same shit, same old every single season. Just like we need something new to spice it up.
Yep.
Like they had Ultimate Battle and the EX and the Battle Royale and whatever. With that, those things have just been a thing of the past. I think with PvE, it's kind of hard to make PvE good because the gameplay formula for PvP doesn't work for PvE at all. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
TOP is fine. It's all right. It actually requires like some thinking, which I like now. But other than that, man, I just think that the game just needs it needs more quality of life improvements to the point where like people can come into the game and say, oh, it's a good game. Oh, the PvP is balanced in some way. We just see more updates, more things for the game, more quality of life. A couple they can try a couple new modes or whatever. I don't know the answer to it right now, but we had the challenge rush back in the day. One thing that I saw that could be fun is like the hackers have like the max HP bar or whatever. Like it'd be really fun to like go up against a bot and like people compete to see who can have the most damage against like that bot in like a PvE mode or something like that. That'd be pretty interesting. That like who can survive the longest and whatever else. That'd be pretty interesting. But it's just to find some way to like innovate the game. I mean, it's not our job because we're not the devs. But
Yeah.
they must have. Well, honestly, they probably don't because they only care about money. But I wish that they did have some innovation in them to like bring out something new to the game, which they clearly lack.
Yeah.
Well, have you guys been playing TOP at all?
Yes.
I know people are mixed on TOP, but I actually personally like it. 'Cause
I love
sometimes,
it.
like,
I
I
have.
actually do sit
Hey,
there
it's
and
free
think.
CC.
Yeah, exactly.
That's free CC. That's answered it.
I actually have to like follow our routes now and like actually know like the strategies now because I'm in Z League, but my account is trash. So I have to actually like play really smart. But I'm not gonna watch Azdeek's video on it. It got me messed up. 20 minutes.
I made a 30-minute video this season. Okay.
Hell no, you got me messed up.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just have to go to the Discord and just ask for help.
Dude, it's honestly
At that
so
point.
easy to make content on TOP too because there's so much like stuff that a lot of people like always like glance over or like that don't know, stuff that can like make a massive difference and stuff like that. But when it comes to like wanting things to like make the game better, I completely agree with you, Iron, on the fact that with the Broly, I really did like that they gave his Z power in PvP, and it's like one of the main reasons that I have been grinding a little bit more than usual this season. But it's just they have to make the unit worth it. I think they like slightly missed the mark with this Broly. I really do like the fact that his Z power is in there. But imagine if he was like actually like an S tier unit or like even a high tier 1 unit. Like people would be going like, okay, yeah, like let me get this guy to 9 stars minimum, right? 9 stars minimum, and just because he's kind of like really, really mediocre because of his color as well, he already has a lot of different units that can just easily replace him on his like literally all of his teams. And so I think that's why they slightly they missed the mark on that aspect. I think it was a good step in the right direction, but you know, just make the unit better. Make the unit better, or like how ZVG said, just give the new EX Z power in there or something like that would be pretty nice.
Yeah, but only if you pull it, because obviously they're gonna want money. So it's gonna have to be a thing where like you have to pull the unit first.
So what, like
then
if you
can get the
choose,
Z power for them.
like you can choose to get that?
No, as in, no. As in, like you have to pull like the new EX Jiren, and then if you pull him, then you get the access to the Z power.
Yeah, they've
from
done
people.
that before. They used to do that on logins.
Okay.
Yeah.
ZBG
you guys
is giving
remember.
them bad ideas, dude.
Yeah, man. I don't know how I feel about that, bro.
No, because
about to milk out,
no. I'm thinking like them because there's no way they're gonna give us EXE power
Yeah,
without
no.
pulling them.
Yeah.
There's no way. So I'm thinking in their heads, if it does happen, that's probably the most likely thing that's gonna happen. We're gonna have to pull them first and then get the Z power from the PvP.
Yeah.
Yep.
If they lose so much money if they made us grind it like without pulling them, but like who the hell would like chase his EX anymore? You know? And that's a big part of their money making scheme because they know the EX rates are bad and they know that collectors are gonna play this game. So they're gonna want to put a new EX. So yeah.
Yeah.
But talking about that Broly, I think he's got a good Z ability, dude. He has
The
a
Super
double
Saiyans?
buff for Super Saiyan and then a 15% extra buff for powerful opponent and Saiyan. So like, if you plan on making if you have blue LF Broly and you're making a team with him, that's a super good bench for LF Broly.
Yeah, for just all the Brolys in general, right? You can make a pretty decent Broly team.
Facts.
But yeah,
I mean, yeah, he's basically made for that team, or Super Saiyan team with Broly, so...
yeah, makes sense. But
So I think it'd be worth it to get him 14, but I mean, I grind a decent amount and I don't even have him 14 yet, so
yeah, dude.
I think
Just be like,
mean, if
we
mine's
play
like
co-op,
no
star.
left the raid, bro.
Yeah, the raids. I think the only people that have him 14 star right now are the people that like grinded the crap out of that raid.
Green Ruff, Fujimatsu, and this random dude on Twitter. That's all I can think of.
Also RMT.
What do you have him at right now, Doc?
12, I think.
That's still pretty good. That's Jesus Christ.
I mean, the issue is I didn't go ham because next co-op season will also have like basically 3k Z power, so I don't care. I don't use them, so I don't need the stars, but I will have them 14 at the end of the day anyway because I do my daily co-ops.
Smart man. Okay, there it is right there. You don't have to.
Yikes.
You don't have to like suffer in PvP, or honestly, it'd be the opposite for some people where they are just like, I don't want to suffer in co-op, and I'm just gonna grind PvP. But PvP would definitely be the worst grind to get them up to high stars. Only 10 Z power a match, and a match can go up to like 3-5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough.
sometimes longer. Going
Yeah.
up against a regen team, that could be like an 8-minute match.
Yes, sir.
I'm going up against a laggy regen team.
Yeah,
20
laggy
minute
regen
match.
Oh,
team,
yeah.
that's a 10-minute match.
Yep.
20-minute match, bro. Smash that 10.
Well, that's pretty much all the topics that we have for you guys right now. Talking a little bit about SSBE, talking about the 50 million celebration and stuff like that. It's just a little bit of a weird spot for Legends right now. But the thing with Legends is that it does have the potential, right? It does have the potential. So I think that's why a lot of people do stick around as well, because the PvP
I hate
is
that
great.
word so much.
Potential.
I hate
Potential?
that word so much because the My Hero game also had immense potential.
Immaculate potential.
Legends has immense potential, but there's no potential is useless if they're never gonna utilize it. So using the word potential I hate it so much. Bro. I hate it so much. because of gacha games, I've hated the word potential so much. Because almost all gachas have insane potential, but it's a gacha, so they don't care about potential. They care about the moolah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I really don't like the word potential at all.
Yeah, I think honestly too. I think a big reason why some people might not like that word either is because a lot of people may just see it as potential that we will never reach.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it can definitely be, half glass full, half glass empty kind of thing right there. But that being said, we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll come back and we'll answer some of you guys' questions in the chat. Alrighty, so we're back from break, and we are ready to take some questions. I'm gonna go ahead and hand it off to MC Swift. He's gonna go ahead and break it down, spit some bars. He's gonna take some questions.
Yo.
Nice, dude.
Okay. Yep.
So yeah, what would you guys like for them in the celebration to add, so it would be a good or rather a decent celebration instead of the
CC.
mess we have right now?
CC.
Straight to the
CC.
point.
CC or Z
that's
power.
it. CC. Exactly. CC,
Yeah.
events, or Z power. Any of those three I'll take, but we've got neither. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about that.
You think they're
Part of the
adding
silence.
the hoi poi is going to be the part of the part two?
Wait. Are we still muted? Or what?
I have us in the thing. Let me see,
Is it trolling right now?
bro.
Are we? You guys got
Yeah,
your
this
good,
trolling,
yeah,
man.
very
Let's
good.
do some.
Never believe
We
in
were gonna
chat.
do
They're
some
trolling right
questions.
Zilch is
That was
trolling.
trolling.
No, I can hear us on the stream.
Okay, sweet. I got
Someone's
scared,
phone.
bro.
Zilch is trolling.
Zilch, why are you doing that to me, my
is
man?
trolling.
You got me so scared, bro.
Zilch, bro.
You got me so scared. Palm is about to fire me right now because of that comment.
What do you guys think about the state of Legends from Midnight Pack?
Ooh.
Bro, we just talked about that like 2 seconds ago.
Bro, it's like literally the only question.
Damn, questions are dead.
Bro, does chat have no questions, bro? What do you want as a new game mode? That's a very good question, KJ Bardo. A new game mode. Let's see.
Imagine they do like a turn-based.
Here, I
game,
have a question for you guys. So we're in a hybrid meta right now, right? What do you guys think?
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Like certain teams need, or what do they need to do to help us like get out of the hybrid meta, kind of more balance some other teams? I mean, what do you guys think certain
make other
teams
teams
need?
better. Give other teams the movies treatment. Give them one banner to make them top 5 in the game. That's it.
Okay,
Yep.
that's actually a valid point. Like, you know what I mean? Like maybe they focus on a new tag every month, every other month, and slowly but surely the meta gets better and better. I mean, that's not a bad idea.
Yep. I agree. I 100% agree with ZVG. It's still crazy to me that one banner was able to give me like a top tier hybrids team and a top tier movies team. I mean, like maybe not at high stars or anything like that, but regardless, the units are all there in that one singular banner. So more of those.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny how GTS had like 4 Zenkais, 5 banners, and movies got 1, and they're infinitely better. That's wild to me.
Yeah, that is wild.
That's wild to me.
Plugman said
We
We
maybe
need better
team a
units
broken
in
unit.
general.
Maybe.
I feel like we need better units in general.
What
Yeah.
about revival
Like,
units
they-
for other tags that need it?
I mean, other times
that's-
it's probably
that's-
like every team
Yeah,
needs at this
I was
point.
about to say.
That's what I'm saying.
I
If
feel
they
like-
start dispersing some
I feel like
revival
that's the
units,
thing.
it could balance some
They-
things.
They are scared to power creep, so they bring out the revival thing to every tag now. Because they're just scared to power creep. I feel like.
Yeah.
Like most of the new units, bad stats. Look at the Vegeta, bad stats. They try to make it up with the kid. Yeah, is he a like best unit in the game? No. They're just scared to power creep.
That is a
They-
good point. It
like,
seems
straight
like
up.
they've been kind of watching, at least with Vegeta, they're kind of watching how they handle it. But then again, you look at hybrids and it's like, what did they do there? But I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I think Godsent in the chat, he completely like hit the nail on the head right there. They're scared to dethrone Zenkai Gohan. And I definitely do agree.
I think, but I think if they do dethrone him, then the game is pretty much in a horrible spot at that point. If they do dethrone him,
Yeah.
like if a new unit comes out and he's actually like better, like kit versus kit, then go on. I think we're in a serious problem. We have a very serious issue if that happens.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah,
We have an
I don't
issue
think
right
that's
now
the
with hybrids,
answer.
though.
Fighting fire with fire. I don't think that's the answer.
I think what they were doing for a while was actually like where they were like giving hybrids like no support and buffing all the other teams to the point where you could argue that FSK's usage and his when like Blue Purple Saiyans was around, Androids were sort of thing when they just got 21, and Saiyans when they got Super Saiyan Goku. It was like, is FSK really the best in the game if he's not? If all these other teams are better. But then, they just flooded high with just support back to back to back to back, and now they're best team in the game. So I think the way to power creep is just make other teams better than the current teams in the game. I think when they were doing that with Super Saiyan 3, Goku, Saiyans, regen and stuff, that was pretty nice, but now it's back to square one.
Yep.
Yeah. Battlemore asked, do you think we need a new kind of raid boss? And I know like in previous podcasts, we've actually touched on this, like, because I believe Toshi did bring up, like, it's just something with phone requirements. They might not be able to do, like, giant bosses like Great Ape and stuff like that, or Baby Janemba, but if they could somehow figure out a way to spice up co-op or even raids, I mean, I'm all for that, definitely.
I think make it so that the boss changes during the raid. It makes that we actually have to think about what cards to use, what best units to use, like no boost units. Just let's go in blind and strategize. I think that's what would be a great way about the raid. Like we go in, strategize. Okay, so the boss is transforming. Now he's now he's weak against blast cards, but he's tanking all these strat cards and all these other cards. So that'd be pretty interesting and whatever. But what they have right now is just a speed run.
Yeah.
Essentially is what the raid is right now.
Yep.
But I saw a screenshot of like the Great Ape and stuff like on the team and whatever. I think that would be a pretty cool idea if it could work. But then again, Toshi did say that they didn't have enough space for equipment slots. But lo and behold, we're getting 400 with the pass. So I'm not taking anything that they say as the truth. And never again, bro. These guys are liars. So who knows? They could do it, but they just don't want to do it because they're lazy.
Yeah.
Zach asked, do you guys think the JP players kind of see the meta as a problem, kind of how we see it as a hybrid meta? Do you think they see it the same thing, or do you think they're okay with it?
I don't know, because we can't speak Japanese, so I don't know. But I've seen that like Keisuke is like tired of the game or something like that. So probably they know. I'm not sure, but
It's probably a universal feeling, I feel like, throughout the entire player base.
Yeah, I agree, because it's just like I feel like last season it was just all hybrids, right? All hybrids, and now this season it's just all hybrids. Sprinkle in some Saiyans in there. You got the Saiyans users that kind of just their teams haven't like aged. Just Saiyans are still a really good team, so it's like hybrids and Saiyans are still probably like the most annoying teams for me, at least. I don't know about for you guys, but definitely for me. Maybe
I will say I am
there.
glad movies made a comeback. I am, even though like I don't rock movies, I didn't even get to pull Gokua, but I am glad to see movies making a comeback.
Yeah,
for sure.
Movies is in a really good spot too.
Dude,
Don't
yeah,
die.
they're really good.
Yeah.
They're probably one of the top teams right now, honestly, if you have a stacked movies team.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Battlemore asks, last year Toshi mentioned the guild PvP type thing. I mean, I think they gave up on that, but that's just my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they gave up on it.
Yeah, they announced that a long time ago, and we've yet to see it. So I just assume that they scratched the idea for whatever reason.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about guilds as a whole right now? Just
Trash.
It's useless.
That's
Yeah.
Slot
No point,
removers.
no point, no
honestly,
point.
I just get slot removers from it.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about guilds until you go in when it resets to claim those coins to get the slot removers.
Yeah.
There's
Exactly.
no talk system. There's no nothing. There's no communication. There's nothing. So guilds are trash, and that's just how it is.
Yeah. There should. Yeah, that's a good point to make too. I honestly wish that guild had like a little text chat or something, like I could just say like send a message to like all my guildmates and stuff like that, or I don't know, something to make it like a lot more useful than it is right now. My guild was like a silver border guild for like the longest time, and now it's just I kind of just have not, because I'm like the leader of my guild, and I just have not cared about it. It just dropped to bronze. I was just like, whatever. I don't know. Don't even want to deal with it. I don't even half the time. Every single time I log in, I don't even really click on the guild icon.
Yeah, it's just for the exchange shop, right? Like Swift was saying, just for the slot removers and things like that. Did they have titles at one point? Like a couple months ago, they had some like thing where you could gain some titles for.
I think
guilds.
that was for like the whale event, or like if you the event where like you get certain amount of points or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, completely like.
Do you think
weird?
Yeah, do you think something like that would entice people to, I don't know, participate in more? Okay.
Bro, there's no way titles are gonna make anybody care about guilds, bro. There's just no way that titles are gonna do it.
Yes, especially because that was literally like the definition of a pay to win title. Like no joke. That's like it was like 100% a pay to win title. Like if you're a free to play player, or even if you're a dolphin, you're 100% being like, yeah, I'm probably not going to be able to get that title. Like with some of these top guilds, like actually shooting for that title, like they were probably spending a hefty amount of CC, making sure they're spending the energy every 3 hours, doing all their adventures and doing all that craziness.
Oh yeah, some people took it really seriously.
I'm in the top 50 gold guild. I have those titles. I'm a master of my own guild and have those titles. And yeah, you need to save. You need to know how to hoard all your energy. Like over 10 people in my guild, we went in with 9,999 energy and had in the gift box over 1,000 energy more. Having had hoarded those MP tickets, we never used them, so we had like over 600 of those MP2, MP3 tickets. You need to hoard everything you can.
That just
rack
sounds
up
like
those
torture.
points. Do every adventure every hour, and yeah.
Do you have like?
It's not fun.
That just,
Let's say that it's not.
Yeah,
fun.
that sounds wild.
that just sounds like torture.
Do you have like good Do you have like constant communication like with your guild? Like, do you have like a chat group or something like that though?
in Discord,
Yes,
maybe.
we have a
not in the
Discord,
game.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a Discord, yeah.
Yeah. See.
You need that
Yeah,
communication.
in that aspect, yeah, you definitely do need communication right there. But like, for me, I just have like randoms joining my guild, and I'm like, okay, let me kick some of
Forget
these
that.
guys, maybe make room for some of these other guys. I don't know. But yeah, that's
Oh yeah, how did you guys feel that Android 17 and 18, the TOP ones, were apparently featured on the new veggie banner, but had an unfeatured sparking rate?
what was it? The 0.16%.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But they are featured on the banner.
You're literally more likely to
wanna
pull an
chase-
LF unit.
If you want to chase
Yeah.
like those All-Star units, just wait till they come back on All-Star banners. Like, don't chase them on step-ups. Because on All-Star banners, they're going to have 0.5% rate and it's guaranteed sparking. I feel like All-Stars are the better banners at this point, but that's another topic for another time.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand. Why did they do that? Like, what? How are they featured when they have an unfeatured raid? Just to show, oh, they are back, by the way.
Yeah, that's purely
Featured.
it, just for the bait, just to be on there, just to have it when you click on the little featured characters icon. Be like, oh, the
Yeah.
All-Star batters or the All-Star units are back. Let's go. I need me clap coup, and then it's just like a 0.16%. This is how it be. A legend sometimes.
Oh, Zilchi has a question. He asked, would you guys still play Legends if it was just a card clicking game without sidestep and charge step?
Yeah,
Probably not.
I would.
Sort of.
I would, because it would be like remember, I don't know if for chat or even you guys, have you played that you guys ever played that Kingdom Hearts game where it was like the one that takes place like right after Kingdom Hearts 1? I honestly forgot what it was called. I want to say it's like Chain of Memories or something like that, but it was just basically like
Sounds right.
you just click the cards, like it's just cards. But it's not the best game. It's not the best Kingdom Hearts game at all. But I was entertained. I feel like I would still be entertained with that, And there's some people out there that they still play Legends. They don't sidestep, they don't charge step.
And what do you think? What do you think happens when they go against somebody who does sidestep and all that? What do you think happens?
They're just shocked. They're just at a loss for words. I don't
And
know.
they get clapped.
What is this tech?
Yeah, they're
And
like
they get clapped.
they're like, what's going on? I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need more quality of life changes. Like, for example, one guy mentioned it. Who uses training items? Like, most of the training items, 99% are just straight up trash and take 3 hours to get like 1k level. Like, what? And we still don't have a quality of life update, even though it's like basically month 1 or like day 1 into the game. And we still don't have like quality of life in there. Like, what?
Yeah.
Blows my mind.
Yeah, it definitely blows my mind too. It is actually pretty absurd.
We need more quality of life changes and way quicker than we get them. Straight up.
You know what I want to see is more better PvP rewards. They need to capitalize on the fact that like probably 90% of the people that play this game play it for PvP and probably nothing else. So I feel like a way to really boost the morale of the player base and encourage more people to play is like, you know, increase those rewards, make it, you know, Z power for a new LF unit, make it, you know, Z power for at least a decent viable unit. You know, if you're encouraging people to play PvP, that's just going to increase the livelihood of your game, in my opinion. So, I don't know. I feel like they have to realize it's a PvP game, and the PvE stuff, obviously, nobody's really a fan of. I mean, I'm sure there's people that do enjoy it. The story's not too bad, but overall, I think PvP is really where the livelihood of the game stands, and they got to recognize that and capitalize on it, and I don't know, kind of promote it, get people to play more. And I feel like it almost just needs better rewards.
Either 5 per match or 1,000 for season reward. That'd be interesting.
I 100% agree.
Someone mentioned in the chat earlier before about the new leader thing they plan on adding. Have you guys thought of any teams for that yet?
Probably God keep with Chilled. That's probably it.
That's going to be insane.
That is going to be absolutely annoying as hell, especially slapping that on a regen team, slapping that on a God Key team, slapping that on, oh my God.
Well, they might make it to where like you have to bring the leader to battle, in which case then that probably wouldn't work out as well. But yeah, if you can leave the leader on the bench and still get the Z ability for the entire team, then that's going to be crazy.
That would defeat the whole purpose of promoting diversity if they just we're forced to bring that one.
Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna be. I was just saying, like, if it's like for some reason you have to bring the leader to battle, then it'll change like the entire perspective on it.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, in my opinion, it would make it better. I feel like because otherwise people just slap the bench like everyone is saying in here. But like that, you can pull like I don't know if you get the new LF, but you don't have a team for it.
Yeah, you can just throw them on any
your favorite team and play it. I mean, yes, you have to use them, but you want to use them because you slap them on the team to use them.
Yeah.
You know?
But
you don't make your Habits team more
every single match, though. That's the issue.
Yeah, why not?
I don't want to bring him every single match.
Why not? You don't need to try hard if you want to have fun.
Well, I don't think they're going to force you to do the leader slot. I think they give you the option to do it or not do it. Yeah. But we don't know what it's going to be, though. I'm not saying it's for sure going to be that. I was just saying if it is that, it would kind of change the perspective. But I think it's going to be kind of what we think, where you can just throw the unit on the bench and their Z ability just applies to the entire team, but I don't know.
If I'm forced to bring this one into the match, what if I go against a team where like this unit sucks against? Then what? I'm gonna bring it every single time I get clapped? Hell no, I don't want that. I don't want that crap.
Yeah, I feel you.
I have the option to run who I want to run, bro. Like, don't force me to run a certain unit just because he's on the team. That makes no sense.
Yeah, I can see that, but I also feel like at the same time, I feel like we're getting to that stage where they're going to start forcing people, like with how they're implementing like the buffs for the certain characters. They're going to start slowly but surely like forcing like these units on us. They're going to be like too good to not use or something like that. I don't know. It's a little scary to think about, but we'll have to wait and see. That's pretty much all it is with Legends at this point. We can think and we can talk right here forever and speculate, but truly we just have to wait until they actually implement all the things that they're talking about.
Maybe they even ditch the idea, like the guild versus guild, and we don't see it ever, and it just
I don't think
is
they're gonna
gone.
ditch it. I think it's because they've already made like 2 posts about it. I don't think they're gonna ditch it at all.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier to implement than a guild versus guild, so yeah, why not?
Sounds depressed.
They probably
because I'm not
won't
streaming, so that's why. If I'm streaming, I sound because streaming is fun.
Well, you're technically on a stream right now.
Yeah, but I'm not. I can't be, the real ZVG on 5'9".
Okay.
That's kind of yeah.
ZVG Unleashed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty much all the time that we have for today for this podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys are subscribe to all of our socials, we got Twitch, YouTube, all that good stuff, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff, right? Thank you for the link tree in there. And then, this was me, Azdeek, ZVG, Swift, Ironcane, and Noctis. These are all content creators in 5'9 Gaming. Definitely go ahead and check everyone out individually. They all pop off. All right. And we'll see you guys in the next podcast. Later, guys.
Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Later.